Alright, first and foremost, I want to give call hello, Yahweh, by Shem HaMashiach Yahweh Shai. It's all praise to the Heavenly Father, and the name of His only begotten Son, who will ignorantly call Jesus Christ. With the Israelites out in the Bay Area, he to preach the downfall of this wicked nation, Babylon the Great, and peace, and prosperity, and salvation to the 12 tribes of Israel. Yo, what's going on, man? You was asking about religion and all that stuff earlier?
Yes.
You asked him what is our religion? We don't believe in religion like he said. Religion is it the Bible.
Christian Bible or
There's only one Bible.
Old Testament or the New Testament?
We believe in all 80 books. Old and New Testament, if you want to call it that. 80 books.
Who wrote that Testament?
Which one?
All of them.
Different people, different Israelites wrote it.
Okay. So they are like normal people or they were like the prophets?
All of them weren't prophets. All of them weren't prophets, but the Old Testament is mostly written by the prophets.
So the
Different scribes, different prophets.
So it's like starting from Abraham or from Jacob or from Joseph or Benjamin.
Who?
Those people who wrote this book.
Jacob didn't write anything. Scribes wrote about Jacob and Abraham. They didn't write anything. Moses got the information from the Most High, from the angels, but technically none of them wrote anything. The prophets wrote down information.
So who wrote the Bible and who bring all of this together?
Different scribes for the Israelites. There's manuscripts, right? There's Hebrew manuscripts. You familiar with that?
Yeah.
Like there's Arabic manuscripts. Different people wrote different things and they compiled it into a book, right?
Yeah.
Because over the course of thousands of years, the Bible is written. So not one person wrote the Bible.
Oh, so how we can know that when those people come together with all this information, all is not true?
What makes the information true? Well, like I said, there's stories in the Bible. There's prophecy in the Bible. That's the main thing that makes the Bible true. Prophecy. You know what prophecy is, right?
So the prophecy is something that God said in the book before, and now we can see.
Something like that. Yeah, exactly.
It's like in the Quran saying similar.
But no, there's no prophecies in the Quran.
What you said?
There's no prophecies in the Quran.
Did you read the Quran before?
I've read the Quran before.
Can you give me just one ayah?
One what?
One ayah, like one sentence from the Quran.
Oh, one verse?
Yeah, only one
In
verse.
Arabic? I don't read Arabic.
No, in English or whatever.
Let me pull it up.
No, like from your knowledge.
Well, I don't know the Quran like back of my hand.
Okay, so this means you cannot talk about something you don't want to talk. So let's talk about you.
Well, no, you just lied though.
Huh?
You just lied. You said it's something similar in the Quran.
Give him the mic.
Well, no, chill out. You trying to say that there's similarities between the Quran and the Bible because it's prophecies, right? That's what you just said.
Yeah, so
Is it-
if you bring just prophecies, then I bring this one.
But there's no prophecies in the Quran. That's what I'm telling you.
That's why I asked you if you read the Quran.
Of course. Can you name a prophecy in the Quran?
Of course, I'm going to tell you in me.
Yeah. Go ahead. Write it down.
Now I like.
Oh, you gotta go to your phone. You don't know by memory?
What's up?
You don't know by memory?
No, I know the memory because I want to translate to English.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to say it in Arabic and then I'm going to.
Yeah, do it. It is. Exactly.
Sorry, David. I found
Go ahead, bro.
Can I have the mic?
No. Definitely not. You know what I want? The surah. You believe in the surahs?
Surah?
Yeah.
What?
You believe in that, right?
The Quran, they have surah.
Yeah, exactly. The hadith?
Yeah, I have a lot of surahs now. That's why I say I can have.
No, you can't have the mic. This is our mic. No, 2 and 122 and then surah 45 and 6. Why is it taking you so long? What's going on, man?
No, I need a mic, man.
You're not getting the mic.
Okay, so I cannot read the Quran. So
You can read it. I can hear you right now. I can hear you.
No, with the mic there.
No.
Okay, no problem. So let's go back to our conversation because the conversation was not the Quran. I want to learn what you guys have.
No, you made a claim. You made a claim about the Quran.
Yeah, I made
and I'm challenging your claim.
Can I have a mic?
No.
No? talk.
All right, well, this continue the conversation. You couldn't prove your point. That's all I'm saying.
That's what I want to ask you about this thing. That's what my
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So what is this? This is more important for me, to be honest with
Is it?
you. Yeah.
It's more important than the Quran?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'm glad you admitted that. Yeah, you can drive it for a second. What about that sign, right?
Yeah.
Give me 2 Peter 3:8, I believe. Let me find this. Islam, cause then we can talk about the Quran in a second. All right?
Let's talk about
You got that?
We can talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about that after this. After your questions. Go ahead.
This is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 3 and verse 5. For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of God the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished.
Talking about what? With Noah's Ark, right? They flooded the earth. You believe that? Do you believe that story? You don't believe the earth was ever flooded? It's in the Quran, though, right? The earth was flooded, right?
So now you say it's in the Quran. Why isn't it in the Quran?
It is in the Quran.
So it means the Quran is something true.
What's that?
So it means the Quran is a holy thing.
No, I didn't say it was holy. I said it's in there.
Why?
Because is Abraham in the Quran?
Yeah.
Abraham's in the Bible, right?
Yeah.
That's who you get. That's your forefather, correct? Ishmael, right? You come from Ishmael?
We have Ismail, we have Joseph.
No, you don't have Joseph. You don't have Joseph. No, you don't.
In the Quran?
No, he doesn't. He's not your forefather. That's what I'm telling you. Abraham and Ishmael is your forefather.
I believe there is one father, Adam.
Well, sure. I'll
okay.
give you that. I'll give you that.
That's what
I'm talking about your lineage as far as Ishmael, Arabs, right? The Arabs come from Ishmael, right?
yeah, that story is and everything, yeah.
You believe that, though,
Yeah,
right?
I believe that. And also I believe Abraham is Muslim.
Well, we can get to that. I got something for that, actually. Go ahead.
Bring that up.
But the heavens and the earth, which are now, by the same word are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment.
Fire against the day of judgment. That's what you see there.
Yeah, I'm interested. Yes,
That's
because,
what we're reading about. It's a day of judgment, the second coming. Who the world calls Christ. Isa in your book, right? Do you believe in Isa?
it's a Jesus
Yeah,
as a prophet, yeah.
of course. But he prophesied destruction, right?
Destruction of what?
Of the world.
Yeah, he shared with us, like he teach us, he taught us.
But then he prophesied destruction of the earth of some sort. That's what this is talking about.
Can you explain it in a different way?
Isa and the Mahdi, when he comes, what's going to happen?
Isa, alayhi salam, when he gonna come back,
When he comes back with the Mahdi, what's going to happen?
clean them.
He's going to destroy people, he's going to destroy nations, and he's going to cleanse the earth, right? Yeah, but how's he going to do that? Do you think people are just going to give up their power?
They're gonna fight back.
Exactly.
It's automatic.
Exactly.
So, yeah, keep reading that.
And perdition of ungodly men. But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long-suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish,
Talking about the Israelites, read.
but that all should come to repentance.
Verse 10. Go ahead.
But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night,
And the Lord's this is talking about the judgment day, that destruction day. Read.
in which the heavens shall pass away
Heaven's gonna pass away. Read.
with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
That's what that picture represents. The elements are gonna melt with fervent heat. You know that's gonna happen? How the elements are gonna melt. Element, like the elements. Yeah, like rock, like everything you see.
So is the volcano is gonna
No, it's going to be thermonuclear fire missiles
coming from where? Sky or
from other nations on the Eastern Hemisphere. Russia, North Korea, Iran, Iraq, all them people are going to send nuclear missiles to America and blow it to smithereens. That's what's going to happen.
somebody told me through the corona is gonna happen in different ways. So supposed to be got some answers, messages. He said it's usually a volcano.
Volcano?
Yeah.
I mean, there's volcanoes in America, so I mean, I'm not sure.
But the ones that are like, for example, in more time.
Yeah. They're going to explode, but they're not going to just do it by angel. There's going to be nuclear missiles that are going to be fired here, and off that reaction, the volcanoes are going to erupt as well.
So this way was he says if something fights is gonna fight back.
Well, no, there's not going to be any fighting in America. The fight is going to go on in the Middle East. You know about the Valley of Jehoshaphat?
Joseph.
Jehoshaphat. No, Jehoshaphat. The Valley of Jehoshaphat in the Middle East.
Jehovah.
Jehoshaphat. It's a Hebrew word, a Hebrew name. Valley of Decision. That's what it's going into. Give me, you know what? 2nd Ezra 13.
Like the whites Israeli.
What's that?
The whites who, the ones who colonized Palestine.
Well, yeah, everybody over there is gonna go to war. World War III is gonna be on that side of the world. They're gonna send nuclear missiles to America, destroy it, wipe it out, and then everybody's gonna fight on that end of the world.
So it means the fight is gonna start in by themselves, between each other, or between.
America is gonna be destroyed by the nuclear missiles. America's not gonna fight anything. They're gonna be destroyed. And then everybody else is gonna fight. Russia, China, Iran, Iraq against NATO and the EU. Germany, Italy, France. All them people are gonna fight.
What's America? Where the missiles gonna come from?
What's that?
Where they gonna come this missiles?
The missiles. They're gonna come from the Eastern Hemisphere.
East.
Yeah, East.
From sky or from a
You firing missile, right? You talking about missiles, right?
missiles like missiles.
Nuclear missiles, nuclear bombs.
Yeah, but what's about?
You know how you press a button and come out a silo and shoot a missile up and it goes over somewhere?
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen. You know what a nuclear missile is, right? Yeah,
So
exactly.
they're gonna come from where to?
Iran, Iraq, North Korea, Russia, China, all them people. Because they hate America. They don't get along, right?
Right.
Muslim countries don't get along with America, right?
Who from?
Iran, Iraq, they don't like America. Afghanistan, they hate America, right? They have no problem going to war with America, but they can't because they don't have the nuclear capabilities. Russia is bigger than all those countries. So when Russia decides to go to war with America, all other nations are going to back behind Russia and then fight America.
So that was it's gonna be World War III end of the world, or it's gonna be
It's not going to be the end of the world. It's going to be the end of America for sure. But give me Ezekiel 38.
how we can know that this is talking about America?
How do we know? Oh, give me Jeremiah 50. Yeah. All right, let's read this.
Jeremiah 50:9. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon.
Where's Babylon? You know where Babylon is?
Iraq.
That's the old Babylon. How is Babylon destroyed back in the ancient world?
No idea.
No idea? The Persians. The Persians, right? Well, yeah, but they took over, right? The Persians and Medes. You familiar with that?
Yeah.
Go ahead. So this is going to describe how Babylon is going to be destroyed, but you just admitted that you didn't know how they got taken down, but in all actuality, they just got taken over by the Persians. Go ahead.
For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon, an assembly of great nations.
An assembly of great nations is going to come against Babylon. So we know Babylon doesn't even exist right now, right? So this is the future prophecy of Jeremiah. Read.
From the north country.
Where?
The north country.
Where's the North Country? Well, not necessarily. But it's talking about Russia. Go ahead. Russia's what? North of all those countries, right? Go ahead.
And they shall set themselves in a
That's what I told you before. Russia's going to be the leader of everybody else going against America, right? I told you that just before I started reading this. Read.
they shall set themselves in array against her, From thence she shall be taken.
Uh-huh.
Their arrows,
They're what?
arrows
Their arrows, read.
shall be as of mighty men, mighty expert men. None shall return in vain.
That shall return in vain. That's talking about what? Missiles. Give me 2nd of the 16 real quick. Yeah, 2nd of the 16, 12. Yeah, read that again real quick. Go ahead.
Okay. And they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she will be taken. Their arrows shall be as of mighty man, a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain.
None of the arrows are going to return in vain. Read this.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 12. The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof. The sea arises up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also. Like as an arrow, which is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not backward. Even so, the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Woe is me! Woe is me! Who will deliver me in those days?
Talking about Ezra, he's like, man, he's going to deliver me when these arrows get shot. Read.
The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death.
That's not what I want.
13. Yeah, give me verse 13. It's, right hand. Verse 13.
That's not what I want. Oh yeah, that's what I want. 13.
Verse 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world.
You know how an arrow gets shot to the ends of the world? Does that sound like something that can't be done? You know what I understand? You understand what I'm saying? So you have a bow and arrow, right? How far can you shoot a bow and arrow? 100 yards, 150 yards. But this just said an arrow is going to be shot to the ends of the world. So how does that work? It's a parable. It's an allegory for missiles. Because this is what 3,000 years ago almost. They're having visions of prophecies. They don't know how to describe it except for what they see currently in their time. So an arrow is synonymous with a missile. That's the point I'm getting. You understand that, right? So Babylon is what? Babylon is America. Give me Isaiah 47 at the top. Where you at? He already read that. Give me Isaiah 13. No, give me Zechariah 2 and 6. And give me Isaiah 47. Just to prove America's Babylon. And then give me Micah 4 and 10. 47 and 1. Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 47 and verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
The virgin daughter of Babylon. It's talking about another Babylon. Read.
Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans.
The daughter of the Chaldeans. Who the Chaldeans? The Babylonians. Read.
For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstone and grind meal. Uncover thy locks. Make bare the leg. Uncover thy thigh. Pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
It's talking about the Most High destroying the new Babylon, the daughter of Babylon, which is America the Great. Is that it? That's verse 1 or verse 2? Go ahead.
Verse 4. As for our Redeemer.
That's all I wanted. Give me this real quick. You know what Isaiah 13? What was he about to get? Where? Oh yeah. Get that. Psalms, I think it's 137. Yeah. Go ahead.
Psalms 137 and 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the
Where you at? Go ahead.
Remember, oh Lord, remember the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundations thereof. O daughter of Babylon.
The daughter of Babylon, read.
Who art to be destroyed.
So where's the daughter of Babylon at? If Babylon's over there in the Middle East and Iran, or excuse me, Iraq, and it's not even a kingdom anymore, where's the daughter of Babylon? It's right here in America.
Or China.
What?
Or China.
No. China is not Babylon. Give me, well, hold that, and give me Revelation 18. Because there's something that goes on in the Bible. You read you read verses here, you read verses different places, and you put it together. You don't just read a whole chapter and just come to a conclusion. There's different.
Same thing as Quran, I got you.
Well, I'm not sure how the Quran works. I don't know if there's precepts in the Quran, but I'll take your word for it. In that sense. Revelation 18, and then keep reading this real quick.
O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us.
Talking about the children of Israel, read.
Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth the little ones against the stone.
Yeah, talking about a future judgment of these Edomites. His people, actually. He's the Edomite.
Right.
Read.
18:1.
Yeah.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 1. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he carried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils.
Become the habitation of devils. It's not talking about a spiritual deity here. It's talking about the people that run it. Read.
And the hold of every foul spirit, and cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
Go ahead.
For all nations have drunken of the wine.
All nations have drunk of the wine of Babylon. It's not talking about China. Everybody doesn't follow after China. Who does everybody follow after in the world? America, right?
Everybody were in China, brother.
I'm sorry? But no, well, I mean, that's not true.
Because it's financially corrupt.
I understand what you're saying. It's cheaper to get products from there, but America runs the world, bro.
Right.
Everybody knows that. America can go anywhere in the world with their military might and take over. Outside of Russia and North Korea, they wouldn't do that. But guess what? America has bases in South Korea, right over the border. The world, they got their own facilities in China as well. Not the majority of China, but America has facilities in Japan. Japan's in cahoots with America. They're not that far from Russia. You know what? Well, I don't want to get too far away from the point, but you know what happened? You know what happened in Crimea not that long ago? You familiar with that information? When America tried to throw a coup in Crimea. You know where Crimea is at? Like right outside of Russia. It was a Russian territory at one point. And America tried to throw a coup to put one of their dictators there. Yeah, exactly. They broke off and went back to Russia. But at that time, it was like 3-4 years ago, America tried to have its military push up on that land. And guess what Russia did? They sent their navy right outside of Crimea and squatted on that land. It was like, America, you're not going to take over because they're right outside of Russia. Russia is a big country, but America knows that that's their main enemy. So they got to have spies over there and try to get infiltrate their militaries and things like that. And what's it called? Their intelligence. But that's why Russia has to be the head people to take down America, because they have the military might, they have the manpower. Excuse me. And so does China. But China did so much business with America, they're like, okay, we're just going to zap them for all their money. But is that it?
No.
Go ahead.
Verse 3. For all nations have drunken of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
So when people drink the wrath of the wine of the fornication of Babylon, which is America, it's talking about what? Their philosophy. When the Americans went to the Arab countries, what they do there? They first had to go with the military, right? Slaughter the people, and then infiltrate their government, put their dictators there. That's why they had to kill Muammar Gaddafi, they had to kill Saddam Hussein, all the people. Because they were running their own countries. America was like, nah, we got to take over. First of all, they wanted the gold and the heroin. That's what they were at first. And the oil, access to the oil pipelines. But ultimately, what? They want to have military bases there so they can send people that's closest in the Middle East over to Russia and China. But when things go down, that's the ultimate goal. So they can have military bases all over the world, so they can have different points of attack if things go south. But keep going. Excuse me. And more fornication is what? Homosexuality. Arabs they don't really practice homosexuality in Arab countries, right? Do Arab countries practice homosexuality?
What does it mean practice?
Practice. Do they perform homosexual acts? Exactly. But that's what America wants. They went to Africa and did it. Some African countries was like, nah, we're not down with that. But that's what when Obama was in office, they tried to send Obama to Kenya and Ghana and things like that. And American countries was like, nah, bro, we don't get down like that. But guess what America does? China has some sort of, underlying homosexual practices over there too. But for the most part, America wants to push that agenda because they want population control. They want to reduce the population for the most part. And what's the quickest way to do it? Turn everybody gay so they can't reproduce. And that's fornication in the Bible. It's an unlawful sex act. And Arabs know that for a fact because they don't do that. You just admitted it, right? Go ahead.
And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. And the merchants of the earth have waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacy.
Exactly. The merchants of the earth, talking about people that do business with America. Everybody does business with China, but China isn't nationwide. Everybody's not going to China for everything. People want to come to America for what? The American dream, right? People can live their life and be successful, start their businesses and things like that. Everybody's not clamoring to go to China. Nobody's doing that. The standard of the world is, for the most part, the English language, right?
Yeah, but China now has many people.
Uh-huh.
Yes, English is more. Yeah, but China now also because the business class.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. They just have cheaper products, though.
Yeah.
People get cheap products in India, too.
Yeah.
Or in a certain, what's the other country? India, Haiti has certain countries that are certain things they build up. But keep reading. I want to talk about the Quran next. Read.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people.
Come out of her, the Israelite people, the nation of Israel. Read.
That ye may be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plague.
Exactly. The plagues that are coming upon America is the same thing that happened in Egypt, but the ultimate plague is what? Thermonuclear destruction. That fire burning it to a crisp. What you got? Does that answer your question? Does that answer your question? No, I said, does that answer your question? You asked about that. And I proved Babylon's America as well. Where you at? That's all I wanted.